Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I thought I would start out today's video out here at on our patio, and I'm going to take you around the pool and show you Chris's plants and have a little talk with you here just about what has been happening around the pool, which has not been much because it has been chilly and the water is still kind of cold and we don't have a heater, and we're not going to get a heater, I don't think, this year. But anyway, we'll go out there. I wanted to show you Chris's clematis first. Isn't this beautiful? Oh my goodness, the deer can't get to this one. He has two that are on either side of the front porch, and the deer, and they only have flowers on the back of them because the deer eat them. So anyway, this is a set that we've had forever and a day, and we keep the cushions off of it. We have big containers back here, and Chris, he actually puts all the cushions out when folks come or when we need them out. And this umbrella is awesome. It hangs over this set. And we'll look at Chris's plants over there. This is a, what did you say, jasmine, right? Mm-hmm. This is a jasmine plant from last year. All of his plants he took down into the basement and kept them alive through the winter. So, right? Mm-hmm. Even your Gerber daisies, right? These are Gerber daisies. And again, this is the second year for them, and they're coming back beautifully out here. They look so pretty. And what's in all these little pots, honey?
They're all Gerber daisies.
All these are Gerbers. Anyway, we got this set last year from, where did we get this? Home Depot, I believe. And it does have a little fire pit thingy in the middle there. You put a gas tank down like you use on your grill underneath of it, and that runs it. And this is held up pretty well. And then these are azaleas, thank you. And these are trees that you purchased this year.
Yeah,
they're not doing too well, no. Knowing Chris, though, they'll give it a week and they'll be doing well. Although, I will say, there's the kitchen. These are? Oh, look, these are the same batch. Oh, well, no, I guess they're not doing real well, are they, honey? But you know what? There's our kitchen right there, and I can see out the window when I do the dishes and stuff. And there was a squirrel down in one of these pots the other day, just digging for whatever he was digging for. Food, obviously. But anyway, do you know what these are?
Dogwood.
These are all dogwoods. And he grows them to a certain point. Then he plants them. Then the deer eat them. It's a vicious cycle. This is a Cambria, something like that, right? And it has beautiful pink bloom. Yeah. How big?
About that.
It started out that big. Oh no. Well, it's done very well through the years. Obviously, I need to get a new flag out here. That poor thing, it looks like it's had better days. This was a gift after Kristen passed away. It is out here always. And then let's walk down here to the pool. These are hibiscus plants, and some of them are already blooming and look absolutely gorgeous. Hibiscus are some of my very favorite. Look at this red bloom, you guys. Very favorite plants. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. And here's the pool. And it looks super pretty, but that water is not extremely warm yet. Here's another, kind of conversation pit. This is where we spend a lot of time in the summertime. And Chris dug a hole there and put some cement in it and made it so we can put another one of those umbrellas over this set. But everybody sits in this set. This is where we all gather a lot of the time. And we'll walk all the way around. The concrete looks great this year. The pool looks fabulous. Chris built this little surround to hide the pool motor, which is back there, filter and everything. And these are coming back. They looked terrible when we first got home, but they are looking pretty good now, these palm trees. This is a gardenia, 2 gardenias on either side of the swing. This swing does have a canopy that goes over top of it. So we're about ready to get out here and spend some good time out here. We've lived in this house over a decade now, y'all. So, you know, when you get a new house, you do a little bit at a time and a little bit at a time. And then all of a sudden you turn around one day and you go, oh, wow, we've done a lot in the last decade, you know. I'm so grateful that Chris is such a, we make a good team, you guys. We make a good team. Look at all of those. Wow. And he says he doesn't know what he's putting back here. So this is still a work in progress. And then, you know, our backyard is way past the back of the fence there. We've got almost 5 acres out here. It goes way back that way and it heads down into a stream way back over this way and then over this way. Super pretty property. You can see deer. We see a deer family walk through here every morning and they come out into the neighborhood and then they walk back through every night. It's like a little parade. And that's it, y'all. So today, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing today when I get in, and I will meet you at the kitchen island here in just a minute. So, thought we'd start this one a little bit differently today. But I will be right back in just a second. One more little stop on our way in. I wanted to show you guys this. My glasses. I don't know about y'all, but my glasses, these are my reading glasses. And they like to travel around the house. And I was keeping them on my windowsill there. This is where I do all of my editing. This is where I do all my work here in my little corner of the world. But I get sick of trying to find my glasses everywhere. So I did purchase these 2 little holders and Chris screwed them in there for me. And I'll give you a link for those in my Amazon box. If you're interested, they have little slots, you can see, that hold the glasses, you know, temple piece. And anyway, I'll give you a link for those. If you're all interested in something like that, you have a little space like this, you'd like to keep a hold of your glasses. Oh, my picture got crooked. I'll fix it. Anyway, I'll meet you at the island in just a second. Okie dokie, everybody. Here I am sitting here at our island, at our kitchen island. And as you can see behind me, I do have a ladder out and I do have some stuff sitting there on the table. And we will be decorating the top of the desk when I am finished with a couple of little things here. One of which is a pretty big haul from Hobby Lobby. I know. I said the other day that the only room in the house that I was going to do was into the coastal design was the kitchen. Well, Lisa Sagardia, thank you so much, girl, had said, Arlynn, you do need to stop in at Hobby Lobby. They have a great coastal section in there. So after lunch yesterday, I said to Chris, hey, Chris, why don't we stop at Hobby Lobby? And he's like, okay, that's fine, you know. So I stopped at Hobby Lobby and I walked in there and I was like, okay, where's the coastal aisle? And I found it and I hit pay dirt. I really did. So I'm going to go through that haul with you here in just a second. So we are going to be decorating the rest of this room, not today. We're going to just do the desk today. But I am going to be doing my dough bowl, the big hutch, and the little corner shelf that I have over here into the coastal. We are going to be designing the rest of this decor into a coastal. It's going to be a subtle coastal design, but it is a coastal design. So, all right, let's start with my fit check, which is nothing new. A pair of white capris and a royal blue top, just a t-shirt from I want to say Kohl's, years and years ago. This is old. And then this jacket is from Temu. I have not ordered from Temu in a long time, so I doubt that this is available. So I'm not sure, but I did buy from Temu. And if you do happen to go there and purchase from them, I highly encourage you to check their size chart, because don't go by what they tell you that the size is, go by their size chart. The necklace is a pretty mother of pearl necklace that Chris got me from Ketchikan, Alaska, way back in 2010. I rewear my jewelry, obviously, through the years, and this is one of my very, very favorite necklaces that he's ever gotten me. I just love this choker design, and it's got the blues and the greens and a bit of pink in it too. It's very pretty. Earrings are just a pair of kind of green stone type earrings. Put the hair up today. I had it down and had curled it, walked out, and of course, you know, welcome to Virginia in the summertime, and it is humid. It is, oh my goodness, it is probably 85 and 100% humidity today. And my hair went bloop. So I went bloop, we're gonna put it up. So I do have a little clip in it. Excuse it if you see any holes or grays or anything, waving at you. But I did put a little claw clip in it, a couple little barrettes. And if I can link the claw clips, I will. It's been a while since I bought it though. So anyways, there's my fit check. Fever Soul blue, Fever Soul shoes. So that does that. And I do want to read through for the lovely lady who asked me about the pool closing. This is going to take me just about a minute. Chris and I did do a little conversation in the car yesterday, and I did take notes. These are my notes. So here is his pool closing procedure. So if you want to skip this, I can give you a minute mark here to where you can go and where I'm going to start the haul. But for those who might like to hear this, here we go. First thing he did was pump all the water down to below the discharge nozzles. And if you have a pool, you'll know what I mean. One sucks in, one pushes out. You might have more than two. We actually have 3 in our pool, but he takes the water level of the pool down below those nozzles. Then he drains the pump and the filter housing. And then he vacuums out and uses a wet and dry vac out the discharge nozzles with a wet and dry vac. Then he isolates, not sure what that means, but he isolates the valves, or he closes, I wrote it down what it means. He isolates or closes the valves so that no water can get back in. Then he plugs the discharge nozzles with plugs that the pool company provided. Then he covers the pool with a tarp that is this is important, non-porous. In other words, water and light, especially light, cannot get through it. Light is what causes algae to grow, you guys. So with water mixed with, so he covers it with a tarp that is non-porous. And in other words, light cannot get through it. Now he does, I'm not sure if he bought it from Amazon or not. If he did, I'll link it in my description box, but he might not have. I'm not sure where he got it. Then he puts water weights around the cover to hold it in place. And he ties the weights to the fencing around the pool into a grate that drains the water off of the patio. He really attaches it well. And these the water weights are like little cylinders that are they're probably, 6 feet long a piece maybe. And he fills them with water, and the water, of course, weighs them down and they're heavy. And then he does not add extra chlorine or shock it with any chemicals. Whatever the chlorine level is when he goes to close it is what will remain throughout the winter. But since it is covered with a cover that light and moisture cannot get under, that prevents any algae from growing, and it also prevents any critters from getting in or any other things that could happen to it. He seals it very tightly with those water weights. He also has a little pump that if it rains, he will pump the water off of the top of the cover. I wrote here, he was doing that while we were on our cruise, as a matter of fact, praying the whole time that the pump would not fail. But he could turn it on remotely with his cell phone, and it worked like a charm the whole time we were gone. And it did. And he was like, oh my goodness, there's going to be a time here where I'm not going to be able to turn this pump off, and then it's just going to be running. And I said, well, we have Candace and Sean. We can call and say, kids, head over to the house and turn off that pump, you know, if necessary. But it worked like a charm the whole time we were gone. We didn't have to call the kids, and there was no water on top of the cover when we got back. That's important so it doesn't weigh down, you know, to keep the water off of the cover. It's important. We had a lot of rain while we were gone. So anyway, there is the explanation to how Chris closes the pool. And as I said, he doesn't call anybody else in. He does it all himself. So yeah. Okay, I wanted to show you one thing before we start in with the Hobby Lobby haul, and that is this queen conch shell that Chris caught himself off of Key West when he was just a little kid. Look at that pretty shell. And I am going to be incorporating this somewhere in the design. I did have a horse conch too that he caught, and it is huge, but I cannot remember, you guys. Kristen may have had it, and it may be down in our basement, and we have some of her stuff still in the basement, and I don't have the heart to go look for it, you guys. I'm really sorry. I just cannot do that right now. So I'm not going to be using the horse conch, but I will be using, Chris said this was a queen conch. So I don't know. Anyway, this was really from the ocean, that caught with Chris's hands. So how neat is that, huh? Okay, so let's get to the Hobby Lobby haul. One big thing is already up on the desktop, and I needed to have Chris put that up there for me because I'm not the best on a ladder. I can do the rest of what I want to do up there, but I needed him to go ahead and get that jimmied into place. So I'll show you that when we get up there. This is also going to go up there. This is a little turtle, another little turtle. Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, Hobby Lobby, this was considered wall decor, but this was also on sale for $8.99. Wall decor was 50% off yesterday. So, but he's going to stand up on a kind of like I did with the turtle on the tray the other day. We're going to set him up in the same kind of way. So he was really cute. I love him. And then I got some beads. And so he's the only thing that of everything else, the picture that's up there and this are the only two things that are going to go up there to bring the desk kind of into the coastal design. Then I just got this little set of beads. Really cute. I have no idea where they'll end up, somewhere in this part of the room over there. It was $11.99 and I paid $11.99. This was one of the only things, this and one other thing that I purchased that was not on sale. So I did pay $11.49 or whatever, $11.99 for this. Still, I think that's pretty good. Also, before we go, like you guys can remind me, but I'm hoping I remember to show you the tray design. My little stones came in, and my really pretty beaded garland came in. It is gorgeous, you guys. Wait till you see it. It is so pretty and heavy, so pretty. So I'll show you that too. Okay, then we got a couple of pieces of coral. My mom was a big collector of coral, as a matter of fact, and I don't have a lick of it. Dad has some at his place, but she had a ton of it, and I don't know whatever happened to it. But this was on sale for $6.49. I got 2 of them. So, love that. Then I got, this is so cute. I love this little fella. This little turtle, look at him. Is he not adorable? And he matches the dish that I got to a T, you guys. He is so cute. So again, I'm not sure where he'll turn out. And this is the other thing I paid full price for. He was $7.99 and I paid full price for him because I couldn't resist him. He's so cute. Then I got me some starfish for $4.49. You can see, set of 3 little starfish. Then I got another little turtle. Turtles are my thing, obviously, this year, what I'm finding anyway. This is a little metal fella, but look at him. Isn't he cute? These move a little bit. You can move them around. And he is metal, and he was on sale for $10.99. They had fall stuff out in Hobby Lobby yesterday. All the stuff from last year, I could tell, I recognized it. But I'm just like, really, people? It's June. It's barely June. And you're putting fall out? I don't even decorate that early. I'll probably decorate for fall in August. We're cruising in September. So I'll probably, try to get the fall done before we leave or something like that. But really? Oh my word. Anyway, so I got him. He's cute. Then I got this. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Another turtle. Cute, cute. I'm hoping this fits in my hutch. I'm hoping this one fits in my hutch. I think it will. I thought he was cute. And just a couple more things. This is really cute. You and me and the sea. Little beads on the side. I did pay full price for this one. I fibbed. It wasn't all. $4.49 for this. And I did pay full price for this. And then only one more thing, which I fell in love with, and this is going to go on the top of that corner shelf. You see where that picture is right there? This is going to take the place of that picture. Look at this little seahorse. Isn't that cute? Oh my word, y'all. So cute. And as I said, Watercolor was 50% off, and this was $33.99, 50% off of that. So I got a lot. I got a lot yesterday. I did. Enough to finish the rest of that side of the house. And I hope have been talking to you crooked the whole time. Sorry about that. So I am really excited to work with the coastal. I really enjoy doing the kitchen. So when Lisa had suggested that, and I said to Chris, and he's like, yeah, go ahead, do whatever you want. And I was like, okay. Oh, I have two more things. Oh, that wasn't all. I'm so sorry, you guys. I had two more things. Look at these dudes. And these are going to set on either side of the dough bowl on the table. A couple of cranes. I've got two of them. Look at these dudes. Aren't they cute? I do have a new tablecloth, vinyl tablecloth coming from Amazon, and just a couple of things, a couple of florally things that I think I'm going to use in the dough bowl, and some turtles. So anyway, alrighty, I'm going to stop talking at you here, and I'm going to move my camera over on my big light ring that is literally standing up on the table. Look at that, way up there. Can you see it? Right there. Because I need to put it up there in order. I tell you, this filming is not for the faint of heart sometimes, you guys. It is really not. You really, you have to set your mouth right sometimes in order to get all the camera angles. And as you know, the other day, I messed up on one of my camera angles. So I'm certainly not perfect, but I try really hard in every video. I try really, really hard. I've talked for 15 minutes. I know I talked for probably 10 out there. So here we go. This is going to be another longer video, I bet. But anyway, let's go do some decorating, huh? Decorate with me, would y'all? On the top of my desk. All right, I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, you guys, before we go over to the desk and start decorating up there, I wanted to show you this beautiful, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, guys, it was the other day on Amazon, it was like $20 for this. I don't know what it is today. You know, prices change on Amazon so much. But this is super heavy, really, really heavy and beautifully made. I can highly recommend it. Then those are the stones that I bought, and they were so, I thought they would be more green, but they were still blue. Blue enough, so mixing them with those in there would really not have made a difference. So I did not mix them. But I love how that turned out with the stones in the sugar bowl and creamer, and then with this beautiful bead garland. So pretty. Alrighty, you guys, let's go over here and we're going to do a little decorating on this desk. Be right back. Okay, everybody, here I am, and let me step down one step real quick here. And to tell you a little bit about this piece of furniture, it is a hooker desk that we've had in this place right here, and bought it for this place right here when we moved into the house. So we've had this for 11 years, going on 12. Oh my goodness. And one of my very favorite pieces of furniture for sure. It's got really pretty etching on the front. It's two-toned, it's well made, and it's lovely. So anyway, here is my final picture that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. I took the price tag off of it to put it up here, so I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was 50% off for sure. And the reason I got it is because this was on a ship. The same picture was on one of the ships that we have cruised on. And one of you guys actually told me last night that you saw this picture in my Facebook group because I had showed a basket full and you recognized that picture. And you said that you're in a beach house somewhere right now and it is in your beach house. So I thought, well, there you go. So it's lovely. So I love that. And boy, does that ever look coastal, right? So and then on the right, you can see I have an old hen, Geraldine hen, or what fell, basket back there that used to hold a sponge painted bowl. I've since reused the basket up here. It does have a sage colored charger in it. This is actually a candle lamp. Chris has rigged up a candle and it comes on with a LEXA. I do have lighting on here, tape lighting that is linked in my Amazon box. On the top here, like is over on the mantle and up on the top of the cabinets. And then this is a pipberry garland, lit pipberry garland that I got from a plow and hearth outlet that we used to have around here many, many years ago. Then on either side, I have cascading, little cascading boxwood little pots. I got those from Amazon. And this is a lantern that usually sits here, but I haven't had up here since Christmas, I don't believe. And I made the bow topper, which is just a blue burlap topper with some white florals coming out with a blue wooden star. And I've got a pipberry garland inside of it wrapped in fairy lights. So, okay, that's kind of our base and what we're going to work with here. And we're going to start with a couple of candlesticks. These are old. These were originally purchased at Kirkland's, and this is just a pipberry, part of a pipberry garland that I made into a candle ring. I'm going to set that up there. Right like that. And then I have one that is a little bit shorter that goes on, that I'm going to put, it doesn't always go there, but then I'm going to put on the other side. Right here. And I'm going to climb up a little higher here. Excuse my back. I'm going to put, I've had these birds forever and a day, you guys. One here. And one, if I can reach, over here. Cute little buddies. I don't know whether I'm going to use this little plate, so I'm going to bring it down. I do have Mr. Turtle here. And I do have another little holder that we've actually wrapped a little foam right around the front of the edges so that he won't slip forward. And I think, I'm not sure where I want him. Then I do have a little angel girl that I used to have on my island. And I think I would like her up here as well, just over here, because I think she's pretty. And Let me see. I do have a candle here. Cute. And what do I want for there? Do I want anything for there? Let me see. Put that little plate there. And I may use, hang on just a second. I think I'm going to use the you and me and the C right there. And I am going to put some berries right around the bottom of that. And I think that's it, y'all. I love it. All right, let me put my camera down and I'll be back and we'll have a little conversation here to say goodbye. Happy with that, you guys. Very happy with that, I think. All right, be right back in just a second. Okie dokie, you guys, I'm back and I am a little warm, as you can see. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna strip this jacket off when I'm finished here in just a second. But I did want to show you, I do have a spot down here that I did a little bit of decorating to, but you know, I really just moved a couple of things around. This, if you remember, was over in the tray, over on the countertop. So I just moved this over here. I have a little angel willow tree figurine there and just a little lantern here with a flameless flickering candle in it. Got this from Amazon. And then this is a picture of Kristen that I put here. That I just like to have right here. I do have this little milk glass vase here, and this is just one pick. And I have these, they're called, I'm not even sure what they're called. I think they're called mums, but I think they look summery, you guys. So I'm actually going to use these, and I've purchased a few more to use in my dough bowl. So I'm going to be, so I thought this would be cute just to add a few of these in here, you know. Right like that. I think that looks super summery, huh? And we'll just put that right back there. I love it. Okie dokie, you guys, that's going to do it for this video and for this week. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me for this week. And as I mentioned on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week from now moving forward, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will try to keep them to 30 minutes, but I've not been very successful yet. And of course, there may be weeks that I don't come back twice. It just depends on what I have going on in my life, you guys. For a few weeks here, we're still going to be decorating for sure. But, you know, we'll see what time brings, you know. But I am super excited about using the rest of this, you know, coastal decor, coastal accents. I really love it. It is very subtle. I realize it's not kind of an in-your-face kind of coastal decor, but it sure, and every inch isn't covered with coastal, but to infuse it in with the sage green and other greens up and down the palette and the pop of blue, it's really working out well here. I love it. This sage green basic decor is really, it really lends itself beautifully to the coastal. But anyway, thank you guys in advance for all of your comments. I did try to get back to some on Tuesday evening, but now I've just been giving hearts for those of you who are seeing the video later. I can't guarantee I'm going to do that every time. So when you see my heart show up, you'll know that I've read your comment and I have taken it to my heart and I have given you my heart there. So that's how I think about that when I give you that heart. So, or when I click on my heart. So you'll know I've read it. And if you wouldn't mind, take a moment to subscribe. I really haven't asked that in a while, so please do take a moment to subscribe. It is free. It's free to subscribe. And if you give me a thumbs up, that really helps with my algorithms. and share it with your friends, families, and coworkers. Hit the notification bell and make sure you have all clicked. And what did I miss? I think I got everything. So anyway, please do subscribe. As I said, it's free. So with all of that said, I will see you next Tuesday, and we will start working on probably the corner shelf and the hutch, and then we'll do the dough bowl on Thursday and who knows what else. So, but anyway, all right. Thank y'all so much for stopping in here today. Y'all have a great weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you get to see those you love and who love you. And if you don't, give them a call or give them a FaceTime, and, never forget to tell them that you love them, because you never know what the next day is going to bring, you guys. Trust me, you never know. So be sure you tell those you love them. For those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, or have suffered a great loss, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.